Hi guys, it's Shelby and Michelle from Farmhouse Living, and today we are giving a renovation recap. So, did you just mimic me? So, we both basically renovated houses at the same time. So, it was a little crazy. We had 6 dogs in one house, drywall down in one house, no kitchen in the other house. I mean, it was just crazy. But the good news is we aren't DIYers. We have no handy skills. We don't really know what we're doing, and everything turned out okay. And so if we can do it, you can do it. And we're not selling anything. We're not like selling a course. We're just gonna share what happened.
I renovated rather than buy a new house because we found that in order to get everything that we wanted, it was gonna, with the cost of new construction, it was gonna cost exceedingly more than what we wanted to spend. So essentially we got more house for less money and everything we wanted without the house expense of a new house.
Yeah. So I just wanted to be in a specific area. So really all that was there was 1960s houses. They all needed to be updated. But we wanted to be close to work. We wanted to see this area revitalized. And also we were moving from a master plan community, and there's nothing wrong with those types of neighborhoods. I just wanted character. So I wanted something different. And so that, I got all of that, but in turn, it was a lot of sweat equity.
My best tip in preparing for a renovation, if you're especially doing the majority of your home or your whole home, is to find a place suitable to live. If that means that you're gonna live within your home, find a space where you can still have some nice, healthy meals and a place to sit and eat. And I guess I wish I would have done like a little kitchenette in our upstairs game room and sort of lived up there for the time. But instead I chose to live in our master bedroom, which was really, it was not good because we ate all of our food like in bed. It was crazy. It really was crazy.
This is not my advice to live in remodel. This is not how you should live in remodel.
No. But you have so much to work with.
Seriously, what is happening? You're not trying.
There's a shoe.
There's a shoe and there's a shoe, Starbucks coffee, a pacifier. You don't even have a baby.
It's bad. Pray for me. Just pray for me.
And I'm mostly concerned that you're not even fighting with me about filming this.
So that would be my tip.
Oh, yeah, so that was Mom's biggest feat. She didn't really have a lot of like design choice problems, or she came in pretty confident. Mine was more like the planning aspect as far as budget and then buying what you need early. So you budget, buy everything you need, and then get going. But I felt like I got stuck because I couldn't make up my mind on the tile, and then I was buying the tile the day they were installing the tile, and then I was like, do I even have the budget for this? And so we had 2 different problems. Yes, Mom was locked up in her room. I lived here. I lived at her house when she was at the tail end of her renovation.
Yeah.
And so when we started tearing down drywall, I lived in a house with drywall. But yeah, I did the budget thing, because when you're doing everything, it's nice because you're not gonna run into those HGTV moments where they like rip out the wall. Dun, dun, dun. There's mold or there's whatever, because we were replacing everything anyways. But that just takes so much planning. So I think just take your time, plan ahead. You know, we lived in the house was livable before. I mean, you could live there. It wasn't a preference to live there, but so I could have taken probably the last 2 months we lived there and just really nailed down a plan.
Yes.
And I did like 80%, and then I just kind of wung it.
Yes.
So plan where you live and plan your project.
Yes, and that last 10% really is the hardest push to get through. And so I would say just plan on when you have that last 10% of items to complete, just persevere, just press on, just keep doing it. You can do it. Just punch through.
Never give up.
Never give up.
I don't even know if I have the last 10% done.
I don't either. My favorite part of renovation was seeing things come to fruition that I dreamed. I had my husband make a box out of plate metal for our firewood to go alongside the fireplace, and just seeing those things come into fruition and my vision come into life and it being even better than what I had imagined. And sometimes even the mistakes that happened when you have to come up with creative solutions end up making your project so much greater than it would have been. So use those times and opportunities where things go wrong to think outside of the box to make it an even greater design choice.
Yeah, give it a little personality. My favorite, I think, was seeing my master finish. We converted the garage, which I'm not totally a fan of garage conversions, but just because I've seen them to where they look like they're a garage conversion. But the ugliest part of my house was there was like a brick case in front of my front door, and they were able to take all that old brick, because it has texture, it's different, like it's coral textured stone brick. I don't know, it's like weird. You just can't buy it at a construction,
It was handmade brick.
Yeah, you can't buy it anywhere.
Yeah.
So that ugly part that like was the reason I couldn't get my furniture in my house, it was like the most ridiculous part of the house, was the thing that made us able to have a nice master, because we could enclose the garage with a window and that brick, and then we could also do that on the back. And so
it looks seamless, like it was always there,
yeah,
and always meant to be. And then they're able to put like a carriage house or another garage in the back because they actually have an alley.
Yeah.
So they were able to do a garage conversion that truly looked like it had been there from the beginning.
And they were even able to match the hardwoods with reclaimed 1960, like wood from the same time. It's the same, I mean, the wood was, I hated it, so I was like, oh, like because it was orange, like it was real. What is it? I can't remember, like something like tiger wood or something.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's not, it was like straight up orange. So when they said they could match it, I was like, oh, at least it'll look the same. But they finished it all, like refinished it all. And now the whole house, even the kitchen that had this horrible linoleum, has that same, the reclaimed, and they refinished it, and it just looks awesome. But I did not, like, I knew I wanted it, I just didn't know that ugly brick case was gonna be the solution to making a tiny little 2-bedroom house have a 3-bedroom master suite that looks like it's always been. So that was my favorite.
My master bathroom is my last big job on my list of to-dos. And oh wow, it's really in need of some help. But my husband kind of stopped me because I went a little overboard on the rest of the house, and we wanted to have another place to stay with the ensuite. So we're gonna use the guest bathroom, which has already been remodeled whenever we redo the master.
Yes.
But boy, when you guys see what I've got in that master and the reno, it's gonna be probably the most shocking transformation of it all. Don't you agree?
Biggest tease ever.
We have a bathtub that could seat 4 large adult people, I think, in there. No, for real. No, really. I mean, it is the largest bathtub I've ever seen in my life.
I feel like we are now required for B-roll to all get in the bathtub.
Absolutely. 4 people. 4 people can do this.
Yeah, like it's a requirement.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Are you ready? We can go get
I think that's weird that we were asking the pool guy to get in the bath for the vlog.
He's not just a pool guy, he's our friend.
See? 3 dogs and 3 people. We could definitely fit, I think. Truthfully, I think we could fit 2 more adults. Yeah, we could. 1 more adult. You want to get Charles? No. Why do you want the pool guy in here so bad? I just want to show the people.
Maybe that would be weird. I don't know. Okay.
The fact that you don't know.
Charles, is that a boundary? Is that a boundary we should cross? Should we invite the pool guy into the bathtub?
How about one of the dogs?
I'm so uncomfortable.
Okay, go on.
Okay. So my list is extensive.
Wow.
I have, what do you think's on here? Like 50 things. But they're all small. Like this is just stuff that, like we painted the exterior of the house and it looks awesome, but then there's like little like touch-up spots that it like literally froze the next week. So, and it hasn't been warm, like except for a couple days that we already had planned, so we just haven't been able to do that. I had to respray my cabinets because the painter painted them brown. So when we resprayed them, there's some like black overspray on the ceiling, so I need to paint that. So there's like all these piddly little things, but my biggest advice is to make a list, and then every weekend, you just do one thing. So maybe this weekend I will paint the ceiling where the overspray is. Maybe I'll, you know, I want to do the guest bath. The tile, there's like a gold trim. I just want to paint all of that white. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll finish one day. There's a lot. We got a lot. Mom's was cosmetic though. Mine, if I'm gonna do it again, my best advice is to choose something that's primarily cosmetic. I took down all the drywall, rewired the house, replumbed the house, whatever else. I mean, everything. New cabinets, new. I really can't think of something we didn't touch, but then there just becomes a point that you don't. You gotta stop at some point.
Yeah, you have to stop.
So, anyways, that's our renovation recap. If you're renovating or you want to renovate or you have questions about renovating, I'm not entirely sure we can answer everything, but we love to talk about it. So if you want to leave your comments down below and then follow us along as we try to complete our list. And Mom finishes her bathroom that will be the biggest before and after you've ever seen. Ever. So subscribe below. Thanks guys. So really, I just wanted to be, no. When you like are becoming like your mom and you're like, oh shh.
Yeah, I've never actually filled it. I mean, I just don't want my butt where somebody else's butt was.
You've used somebody, I mean, like you bath in a hotel or?
No,